I am from the planet Pew Pew. If you look closely, you'll realize that Pew Pew is actually a living entity, with the blue triangles on its pink surface being its face. And when we seek ancient wisdom, or we just need like some love advice, we will go and converse with him at the core. If its core is destroyed, Pew Pew will blow up and kill everything in a 500 light year mile thing radius. Uh, every time an unauthorized object comes near it, it will like slingshot the asteroids that are surrounding it towards that unidentified spacecraft and murder them. The only way to not get murdered is to have a Pew Pew native, like say a animal or a alien that is from Pew Pew. Okay, my name is Meticulous Arabiaz, and I'm of the Gorasak race. Us Gorasaks have pudgy bodies that are 33% fat. So if you try and kill us, like if you shoot a bullet at us or something, it will just rebound off of our fat skin and go back into your face, and then you will die. Any impact that is dealt to us will just rebound off of our fat. Most of my friends say that I am a very jumpy individual, and I can agree. However, when it comes to my job or anything that I love, I completely forget about being scared or nervous, and I just get it done because I enjoy my job so much. As you can see, I'm wearing a hat that reflects the sunlight. So my mission from going to Earth was to document the local fauna and flora and see how they've changed since we last visited Earth. So the hat I'm wearing reflects the harsh sunlight that has happened since all the ice and oceans just evaporated. The hat is designed to be like this, the Whark's reflective coat, because the Wharks are the descendants of sharks. So the Wharks are blind and they get around with their advanced sense of smell. They evolved from sharks. So when the oceans were dried out, they had to do everything they could to survive. So as the sea got more polluted and radiated from nuclear warfare, they channeled the chaos and thrived in it. And then they used the radiation to speed up their evolution so that they got legs and could breathe on land. They hunt in packs and are just as deadly, if not more, when they were in the water. Now let's talk about the Doh-Nutt. It's this creature on the right. This magnificent creature has a similar backstory to the Whark. It used to be a worm, but then it got exposed to radiation, and the radiation messed up its life cycle, because normally the life cycle of a fly and worm is like it starts out as a worm and then it eats lots of things and then it becomes a fly. However, the radiation messed up its life cycle, so this one is in reverse, and it starts out as a fly and it will evolve into a large worm. The Doh-Nutt is completely hollow through the middle, so it can and the yellow things are like mini shovels that it can use to propel itself and sort of swim through the ground at 30 kilometers per hour. As you can see, it also has wings on its back that enable it to fly, but most of the time it just tucks them into little pockets in its back so they don't get snapped off during its travels. And it has a sharp sting that when it stings anything, even it will immediately inject acid and poison into that thing, which will immediately corrode it from the inside, and it will just seep through the ground where the acid was and constantly seep through to the center of the earth. The only way its stinger is not pierced is because it's immune to its own venom, obviously. The babies of it feed on mostly old moldy fabric from when the humans actually lived on the surface, and I almost remember when this thing was going to kill me, but luckily I was saved by some of the other members of the Intergalactic Science Convention. My conclusion is that all the humans have moved underground and the size of their pupils have increased significantly to see better in the dark. Because if they stay on the surface, they don't want to risk harnessing the radiation like the Whark and the Doh-Nutt did. So if they go on the surface, they will just get skin cancer in like 3 seconds and then die. The only surviving species are the ones that I described in this presentation: the human, the Whark, and the Doh-Nutt. And luckily, don't fret though, there are billions of Wharks and Doh-Nutts and billions of humans that are burrowing underground. And I even befriended a Whark once, which defended me from a savage rampaging Doh-Nutt. Sadly, the Whark died from the deadly Doh-Nutt poison. After bawling my eyes out for 3 days, yes, I'm a very emotional guy, I built a grave and mourned his death. I still visit the Whark's grave every galactic year to pay respects. This was my presentation. Thank you so much for listening to me talk about my findings.